So the first thing I'm going to do is make sure we have the same workspace open. So I'm going to go to Workspace and make sure you have Essentials, and that will have the Properties window, Layers, and Libraries open over there. If you ever need to open any other window that I have open and you don't see it, you can just go to Window and find most of the tabs will be there. All right, let's start off with the first one. This one I'm sneaking in a little extra question that they ask. They're going to ask you what an iterative workflow is, or what this diagram is, and it's called an iterative workflow. So basically it's when you plan something, you implement your plan, you assess it, meaning you think whether it's working or not, and if it's not, you modify it, and you keep going in a circle until your product is exactly what you want. So that is one of the questions they ask you, so I'm throwing that in extra. But really, this is about the type tool, so we're going to get into that. What I want you to do is see this arc here on the top. I want you to type the word iterative on the top of that, on the curved line. So make it follow the curve. So let's start off by going to your type tool, click and hold that menu, and get the type on a path tool. And what you're going to want to do is see how when I get close to that, it gives me that little curved cursor. We're going to click on that and click on the top. So you notice it, let me zoom in, it gives you the fake text for now, and it gives you the standard size. We are going to change that up though. Let's go ahead and type the word iterative, and we want to select it. So I'm going to do Command A to select that text, and we want to make that impact 150 points. So I'm going to go over here to my character, and I'm going to get the font impact, and I'm going to make the type size 150. All right, and then it's going to ask you on the test probably if you can center the text. So let me show you that. That's the only tricky part. The rest of this is pretty easy. You want to go over here to your paragraph and press center. You might think it's centered then, but it's really, obviously it's not centered, because what it is, it's centered between the 2 points that it gives you on these paths. So you notice when I click off the text, the type tool, and I go on the selection tool, you see these lines here. You see this line here, and you see this line here, and then there's a center point. This is the center point line. This is your left edge. This is your right edge. What you want to do with that selection tool is to go over here, and notice how when I get right on that line, it gives me that other little icon with the other arrow at the bottom. So make sure you get that. Click and hold on that, and then pull this all the way down to the left side. And now we actually have text that is centered.